What's going on, guys? First episode of the Goalkeeper player career. Real quick, filmed this over on Twitch a while back, so if you guys want to see this live instead of just seeing it now edited down, make sure you tune in. It's a fun time. Really chill. Spent a couple hours doing this and some other stuff while we were there. So yeah, make sure you tune in as I get the creation done. Looking at the squad hub real quickly, just chose here because a couple keepers, all of them either low rated or old, or both, honestly. So I thought this was probably the best spot to start off with some interesting content in the Prem instead of just building up from lower leagues or anything like that. So figured this was best. Also let you guys give your input in the chat before we started. And then just got into some training quickly. Figured keep it a little bit realistic before totally disregarding this for the rest. And hopefully get up a little bit. Of course, the free kicks were definitely really fun with all you guys there. But mainly just getting the training down, getting through the little things about player career. Big thing here is if you guys want to see anything particular with this, let me know below this. Really, no plan, just having fun with it. And it was definitely a really chill day over on stream, so make sure you're there for that. And ultimately, try this one again. This took forever. This was frustrating, that one. But finally got chosen after what felt like 20-30 minutes of simming at least. But it was a cup game against Manfield, and finally got thrown in for Palace at home. It was a big achievement there to finally get chosen as, third, fourth choice probably. Game threw me in eventually. Anyway, I'll skip through this pretty quickly, the warm-up end cutscenes and all that. Figured first game for the debut, we'll keep them all in there. Just keep all that realism and all of that before it gets slightly more unrealistic, as we'll kick off in a moment. Anyways, we finally kick off after what seems like a while of cutscenes there, as I decided to let them all go. Anyway, it wasn't long, just 10-15 minutes in when Mansfield take the lead. Somehow that ball bounces across and gets ripped in over me before I can even react to it. I was in shock. Didn't expect that. Definitely didn't expect the AI. It's legendary, but still, they're usually not that clever to play the ball over the top like that. Replay, no defending at all. I feel like pro clubs with that, absolute no defending. But unable to keep that out. Definitely realistic for Mansfield to take the lead there, but it's the cup. Anything can happen. As you can see, the reaction really late and wouldn't have even done much if it was on time. But after that, we do kick back off, and just a couple minutes later, we do get our chance. Zaha played through for Ayew, I believe, and after a deflection, Zaha's able to rip it in. Big thing. We were having a real fun time. This whole thing was to relax, have some fun, get the stream numbers up and all that. Again, I'll have the Twitch in the link below this. So make sure you guys check that out, drop a follow. Hopefully hitting affiliate in the next couple of days if all goes to plan. As we'll show the Zaha goal once again. Hit on the volley quite nicely. AI scored some really bad goals in career mode this year, so it was nice to see that. Right around halftime, we finally get some actual goalkeeping to do as we just pick up this little loose ball. Then we went into halftime, and then right after we were able to do pretty much the exact same thing. Maybe a little prettier there, without having to run all the way out to it. I'll keep the throw in there too. And really not much happened. 60th minute we did get a chance, but it just horrendous from the AI, like I was saying. Shot gets blocked, and then I don't even know what this is from Ayew, that little touch on. Had two players in the middle, and it was definitely frustrating to watch from back there between the sticks. Anyway, 71st minute, they get the ball over the top, and I don't know how this happens, but that header loops over me. Reminds me of that cycling GK one he conceded earlier this season that I saw all over my Twitter feed. But Mansfield do go 2-1 up here late on, and at first I was like, oh, how was I so far out here? How does that chip over me? I thought the reaction wasn't too late, and then I watched it again. I couldn't believe it. The thing was perfectly placed, and watching it back when I was editing it, I was so surprised that went in. I've never seen the AI pull something quite like that off. But time would pretty much go out there. It was definitely a disappointing debut, to say the very least. It was interesting, I will add. I mean, it was it was a bit of a meme there, losing to Mansfield, but I'll spare you guys the simming, as a couple of weeks later in game, if not months, we finally get chosen for the first Prem game. It's Fulham away. This game has a little more action to it, so that'll be a bit more enjoyable. Again, skipping through it rather, a bit quick, give you a look at the teams. They're not much different. It's November, December of the first year simulated. So teams should be pretty much the exact same, maybe a small change here or there, but we did kick off away to Fulham here. We got a chance 10 or so minutes in, and it's an excellent ball and a really good finish too. I mean, we were very, very excited in the stream about that one. Really, really good ball, and I launched it back. Again, while I was editing, I was really surprised at the AI pulling that off. Seemed like they've gotten a lot better this year, especially with the competitor mode feature and settings. Flip that on, and it's a heck of a lot more realistic than it would normally be. And another good finish. Usually you see the AI power in your post, but felt good to see that. Roy loving that one on the sidelines. Anyway, about 22 minutes in, we get our first real save of this video of this compilation of games. Diving down on the right to make that stop. Good little cutscene for it too in the replay. Simple save, timed it well, got down low. Usually no problem with those unless the ass hits him real hard. And then into the second half, Klein gives away a terrible penalty. No idea why he's tackling there and why he is tackling so poorly as well. Gets booked for it. Couldn't believe this. We were not loving him there, but we had to move on, do our job. If you've been watching the trials, you've seen a ton of these terrible penalties given away, and that's a hint for some of the future ones too. Anyway, it gets buried top corner off the bar and in. Sent me the wrong way. Nothing too much to do about that. And then I was totally caught up talking to chat here, and we scored, I believe, yeah. Ayu scored. Totally missed it while I was there. I was really, really surprised when I looked up and I saw my guy was running forward. Anyway, hit him with a celebration there. We hit pretty good viewer numbers for this, so definitely had some people celebrating that one with me. Anyway, I was busy answering some questions. Didn't even see that we scored. But never going to complain about that. The computer doesn't score too often. Ayu with the goal there, a nice header. They get a free kick chance late on here. Get a nice little cutscene. Love the next-gen cutscenes for stuff like this. Or what of them are new, which of them rather. Not quite sure what's been there in the past, tried to hold off of career mode a bit until next gen. Anyway, that shot flew over the bar. Keeper went flying into the post too, probably pretty painful. Anyway, wrapped that game up successfully with the win. So, made up a bit for the debut. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And we finally get selected way in the future after simming. Was tired and getting late, so we decided to call it then. So, I'll play that West Brom game next time. Thanks so much.